have you ever noticed that when you get a cut, your body automatically starts repairing it without you doing anything? Within seconds, your blood stops. Within hours, your body fights infection, and within a day, new skin starts forming. But how does this happen step by step? And what if this process fails? In this video, you will understand the complete science of wound healing in the simplest way possible. Who all have visited first time on this channel, please do subscribe and watch. First, we'll see introduction to wound healing. First, in this, we'll see definition here. Wound healing is the process by which the body repairs damaged tissue and restore normal structure and function. Here, wound healing is nothing but it's a process, okay? Our body is going to repair damaged tissue and also it restores normal structure and functions again. And then it is a complex biological process involving, one of a biological process, and then it involves cells, growth factors, blood vessels, connective tissue, and the main goal of wound healing is to replace dead tissue with living tissue. Okay, next we'll see causes. What are all the causes of wounds? Here, wounds may occur due to many various reasons. Here, trauma or injury, due to surgery, burns, infection, and your pressure ulcers, and then sometimes chronic diseases like diabetes. These are the causes of wounds. Next, we'll see very important thing of this topic is phases of wound healing. Here, wound healing occurs in 4 stages or 4 phases, 4 important phases we can say. First one is hemostasis, and then inflammatory phase. Third one is a proliferative phase. Fourth one is a maturation or remodeling phase. Let us understand. Okay, we'll see one by one. Phase first, that is hemostasis phase. Here, this phase occurs immediately, just immediately after injury. Here we'll see what happens here. Blood vessels constriction of blood vessels we can see, and then platelets aggregates, and then blood clot formation. Blood clot forms. That is in the first phase, that is hemostasis. We'll see the purpose of hemostasis phase. The clot helps to stop bleeding, protect the wound from infection, and also provide a base for new tissue growth. Here, duration of this phase is few minutes to few hours. It will take minutes to hours. Next, we'll see second phase, that is the inflammatory phase. This phase usually lasts 1 to 3 days. We'll see what happens here. Blood vessels dilate, and then white blood cells move to the wound. And then important cell involved in this phase are neutrophils and then macrophages. We'll see the function here, okay. What is the function of this phase? Remove bacteria, clean dead tissue, and then release growth factors. And also we'll see signs of inflammation. Here we can see the signs of inflammation like redness, swelling, heat, and pain. Next we'll see phase third one here, proliferative phase. Here this phase usually lasts 3 days to 3 weeks. During this phase, the body builds new tissues. Major processes. Here we can see in this phase 3, major processes are granulation tissue formation, and then angiogenesis, that is the new blood vessel formation we can see, and then collagen deposition is there, and then epithelialization we can see, that is new skin cells growth, and then at last result the wound becomes smaller and starts closing. That is in the third phase, that is proliferative phase. It will last for 3 days to 3 weeks. Next we'll see the fourth phase, that is maturation or remodeling phase we can see. This is the final stage of healing, and then duration of this phase is it may last weeks to months. And then we'll see what happens here. Collagen fibers reorganize, and then scar tissue formation of scar tissue we can see, and then tissue strength increases here. However, the healed tissue usually reaches about 70 to 80%, 70 to 80% of normal strength. Next, we'll see very important here, types of wound healing. Here, wound healing occurs in three main ways. First one is primary intention, secondary intention, and then tertiary intention. We'll discuss it one by one. We'll move to the first one, primary intention. Here, this occurs when wound edges are directly closed. For example, you can see surgical incision, and then characteristics here, minimal tissue loss, edges are sutured, and then healing is fast, and then small scar. This is in a primary intention. This occurs in edges are directly closed wounds. Next, we'll see the secondary intention. That is, this occurs when wound edges are not closed. For example, you can take large tissue loss, granulation tissue formation, and then healing takes longer, and then large scar formation we can see here in the secondary intention. Next, we'll see tertiary intention. This occurs when the wound is left open initially and closed later. For example, you can see here contaminated wounds such as in rabies and all, and then infected wounds. Purpose is to prevent infection and then allow cleaning of the wound before closure. Next, we'll see factors affecting wound healing. Wound healing may be delayed or impaired due to several factors. We'll see local factors first. Local factors are due to infection, due to poor blood supply, and then some foreign bodies, and then repeated trauma. These are the local factors. And then systemic factors like diabetes, malnutrition, old age, smoking, and then also immunosuppression, that is low immunity. Next, we'll see complications of wound healing. Sometimes wound healing does not occur properly. Common complications include infection, chronic wounds, excess scar formation, and then keloid. Keloid is nothing but there will be the scar formation beyond the wounds, and then contractures. Contractures is nothing but there will be the stiffness we can see, that tendons and muscles, tightness we can see. These are the complications of wound healing. And then next we'll see emerging trends in wound healing. These are very important. Modern medicine is developing advanced technologies to improve healing. First one is stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy, that is, it regenerates damaged tissue and speed healing. And then second one is a growth factor therapy. That is, growth factors stimulate cell growth and tissue repair. Next one is skin substitute. That is, artificial skin or bioengineered skin is used for burn patients. It is used in burn patients and large wounds. And then comes to the fourth one here, negative pressure wound therapy. That is, a special vacuum device removes fluid and promotes faster healing. And then last one is platelet-rich plasma. Platelet-rich plasma that contains growth factors that stimulate tissue regeneration. And then we'll see summary quickly. Wound healing is the process of tissue repair. It occurs in 4 phases. We can see already we had discussed hemostasis, inflammation, proliferation, and then maturation or remodeling. Remodeling phase we can see. And then there are 3 types of wound healing: primary intention, secondary intention, and then tertiary intention. Tertiary intention is nothing but a delayed primary intention. And then many factors influence healing such as infection, diabetes, and nutrition. And then modern medicine uses stem cells and then plasma-rich protein and advanced wound therapy to improve healing. I hope you all are very clear with the topic wound healing. Please give it a like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative topics. Thank you for watching.